I didn't know it at first. I thought the feeling was just paranoia. That subtle, creeping sense that I was being watched at night, but it wasn't paranoia. It was observation. It started small, almost unnoticeable. Every night I'd be in bed, my phone in hand, just scrolling, half awake, half drifting into sleep. And always, at exactly 2:17 a.m., my phone would light up. It wasn't a call. It wasn't a message. It wasn't an alarm. It was a notification. Activity detected. At first, I laughed it off. Phones glitch all the time. Apps misfire. But the timing was just precise. 2:17 a.m. every single night. It started to unsettle me. Then I noticed something worse. On the nights I stayed awake, mindlessly checking my phone, the notification came immediately. But on the nights I fell asleep early, there was nothing. No notification, no alert, just silence. I realized then that this wasn't random. Something was tracking me. Something was waiting for proof that I was awake. Curiosity quickly turned into obsession. I began experimenting. One night I pretended to sleep. I left my phone untouched, screen dark, lights off. Nothing. The next night I stayed awake but completely ignored the phone. Again, nothing. Then, daring myself, I unlocked the screen at exactly 2:17 a.m. The notification appeared, instantly. And that's when I finally understood. This wasn't about random glitches or some software bug. It wasn't a coincidence. It was reacting to me. I started tracking everything. When I slept, when I woke up, when I checked my phone. And the notifications, they adapted. They were precise, almost predictive. I was being studied. I tried desperately to break the pattern. I went to bed early. I stayed awake all night. I changed the lights in my room. I even slept in the living room. Each time, the alert adjusted. Always at 2:17 a.m. Always perfectly in sync with my behavior. And then I realized something truly terrifying. It didn't need my actions to respond anymore. It already knew them. I didn't have to move. I didn't have to check my phone. It just waited. The psychological weight was suffocating. Every single night I felt eyes on me. Not the glance of a stranger, not even a shadow across the room. It was a presence, a calculated intelligence. Something patient, watching my every routine. I stopped sleeping. Not because of insomnia, but because fear was a much stronger force than exhaustion. Even when I was awake, I felt trapped. I became hyper-aware of every single movement, every sound in my apartment. The creak of the floorboards, the hum of the refrigerator. One night, my hands shaking, I opened my phone's activity log. And that's when it got so much worse. The logs went back for days, then weeks. Each 2:17 a.m. entry was perfectly recorded. Even on the nights I thought I had slept through. It knew. It always knew. I tried to fight back. I covered the cameras with tape. I uninstalled every app I could. I turned off Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. I put my phone on airplane mode. It didn't matter. The next night, another notification. Schedule confirmed. By then, I was afraid to even leave my bed. I felt like a prisoner in my own home. My world had shrunk to the four walls of my bedroom. I had to get out. I moved to a new city, got a new apartment, a new phone, a completely new number. I downloaded no apps. For months, it felt like nothing happened. I thought I had escaped. I thought it was over. Then one night, my phone vibrated on the nightstand. 2:16 a.m., a notification. I had no apps installed. No camera, no alarm set. Just one message. Monitoring resumed. I can't explain it. I don't know if it's human. I don't know if it's technology. I don't know if it's something else entirely. But I know this. Once it learns your routine, once it confirms your schedule, it doesn't stop. It doesn't sleep. It doesn't need your permission. And it is incredibly patient. I can feel it sometimes, even now. A subtle vibration in my pocket. A screen lighting up in the corner of my eye. A constant, low-level sensation that someone or something knows exactly when I'm awake and exactly when I'm alone. So if you're watching this at night and your phone vibrates at 2:17 a.m., don't just dismiss it. Check your locks. Hide. Or maybe don't move at all. Because whatever is watching, it learns fast. And it never forgets.